Winter can be the longest season for a waterfowl hunter when the migrating birds have left for milder climates. There is, however, one possibility to hunt waterfowl during the winter which occurs in the southern Ontario region. This hunt is permitted only for 1 week, and its goal is to reduce the Canada goose population residing in the Niagara Valley. For our hunters, this unique opportunity to hunt geese in the winter is a great motivation to dust off their waterfowl gear that has been put away months ago. The gear is pulled out and the trailers are filled with blinds and decoys for the upcoming hunt. Heavy jackets, winter hats, mitts, and warm boots are a must, as the late season hunt will create extreme conditions most waterfowl hunters would never encounter during the normal fall season. Starting our journey from Quebec, we take Highway 40, followed by Highway 401 once we reach the Ontario border. After a solid 8 hours of traveling, the small village of Port Dover, located on the shores of Lake Erie, finally comes into view. Our hunters are disappointed to see that there is no snow on the ground. However, the lack of snow has allowed a large concentration of birds to still remain in the area. Our first day, entirely dedicated to travel, is coming to an end. One final preparation must be made for tomorrow's hunt as we pick up our non-resident bird permits. At dawn, the temperature is -5 degrees Celsius and the sky is overcast. It is an ideal day for a goose hunt. There is a brisk wind and the birds will be forced to leave the rough waters to seek shelter in the fields. Our hunters, Jose Boyle and Mark Listopad, meet their guides Gordon John from Grind'em Outfitters.
Okay. So that's how I got the nickname the Grinder. Okay. That's what I would say when the birds are coming in. So that's what we named the outfit.
Despite the fact that hunting geese is generally practiced early in the morning, because of the late season, most of the birds don't leave the marsh until late morning or early afternoon. Birds seem to want to wait for the day to get warmer and the ground to defrost before flying towards the cornfields to feed. To occupy the morning, a visit to a local park shows the huge amount of birds that have virtually taken over the town. This clearly proves the need for this controlled hunt to help in keeping the bird numbers down. A small flock of birds quietly sit on the corner at a bus stop waiting for a ride. We hope they have exact change for the bus. Jose can't resist doing his own version of a goose dance worthy of a mother goose. Finally, the hour has come for our hunters to meet the birds in the fields rather than in the neutral setting of a city park. Our convoy of trucks and trailers head out to a pre-scouted field that our guides have chosen for the day's hunt. The success of the hunt depends almost entirely on the effort the guides have put into researching and observing the geese. Gord knows that the birds have been feeding heavily in this particular cornfield for the last 3 days and is confident that the geese will show up. As they set out their spread of decoys and blinds, he explains to Jose the anticipated flight path the birds will take and what direction to expect the birds to come from so they can set up the camera for the best filming angles. Our hunters are used to hunting flat fields, but today's hunt is a pleasant change from the ordinary with their hilltops set up in the cornfield. This affords a great view of the surrounding area and allows for little chance of the birds sneaking up undetected to their spread. The presence of vehicles on the edge of the field does not disturb whatsoever the movement of the geese towards the feeding grounds. All participants work hard to get the setup just right. Nothing must be overlooked, as these wary late-season geese have seen many hunters' tricks in the past months. Even some fake snow is added to the blinds to make them blend in better. The decoys rest on bases permitting them to move freely in the wind to add movement to the spread. The goose trap is finally laid, and it is up to the birds to participate now. Before the action begins, Gord leaves us to scout out a field for the next day's hunt. 3 experienced guides, including John Cristenziani, surround Mark and Jose for this winter hunt. Blinds are closed and the geese are in sight. The birds circle the spread, but none come within shotgun range. It seems that the birds do not want to cooperate today. They circle looking for anything out of place and make up their minds that they'll move on to the next field. Our dream hunt has become more difficult than we had planned. As a common rule when waterfowl hunting, if the birds don't like what they see, don't hesitate to change the presentation. Our guide attempts to save the day by reducing the number of blinds and having the dog leave the field to watch the hunt from the field's edge. John explains the reaction of the geese is normal due to the large number of blinds and by the fact that the resident geese are more wary and experienced than migrating birds. By the time they are done, only the 3 blinds of Jose, Mark, and John remain in the spread. Like magic, the geese return, and this time it's really happening. Our guy John has won his bet. Thanks to his changes, our hunt begins. Attracted by John's great calling, the geese begin to arrive from all sides. Large flocks, small flocks, singles and doubles come pouring into the field. Our hunters are using Remington's HD shot shells, which give them the added long-range advantage needed on a windy day like today. These late-season birds are tough with full plumage feathers, and the Remington HD shells give our hunters a little extra punch to help bring them down. With the strong winds, the geese do not remain in the range for long once the shooting starts. Despite this, our hunters successfully managed to make some great shots. One thing to note, it is often difficult to shoot well when hunting in oversized warm clothing that our hunters are wearing today. Practicing with clay targets with your heavy hunting clothing helps in these circumstances. Seeing as the dog is watching the hunt from the sidelines, our hunters must fetch up the birds as they drop. A great way to warm up on a cold winter day.